Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Convocation 2013. The ceremony is about to begin, and out of respect for our graduates, we ask that you please turn off your cell phones and mobile devices. Please be aware that this ceremony will be broadcast live via the internet. Please take a look around you and find the nearest exit. In case of an emergency, directions will be given to you from the stage. We're happy that you're here to share our 10th anniversary and our 10th convocation at the University of Ontario Institute of Technology. Please take a minute to enjoy a video behind me of our 10th anniversary. Have a great day. Please stand for the procession and remain standing for the national anthem. Please be seated.
Chancellor Beattie, ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, including those who are joining us through our live webcast, we offer our warmest welcome to all of you at this, our 10th year of convocation at UOIT. I hereby declare that the 2013 convocation of the University of Ontario Institute of Technology is now in session. We gather this morning to celebrate, and I do mean celebrate, the graduates of our doctoral, master, and bachelor's programs in science and arts, including our first PhD candidates in science. And as a small aside, there will be no making the provost cry, okay? Let us all take great pleasure in the accomplishments of these graduates and urge them to remember their time here at UOIT with fondness. May our proceedings reflect the warmth and dignity of the occasion. Cogitando et agenda ducamus. By thinking and doing, we shall lead. I now call upon President Tim McTiernan to address convocation.
Graduands, honored guests, friends, family, colleagues, Chancellor, members of the Board of Governors, members of faculty and staff, we join together as a broad University of Ontario Institute of Technology community. Today is the apex of the academic calendar in any university, and it certainly is in the University of Ontario Institute of Technology. As our graduands are conferred with their degrees, they become part of a broader university alumni group that now exceeds 8,200 graduates. A far cry from the 947 students who came through the doors of UOIT in 2003 on September 4th, who took a chance on a new university with a new sense about how it could work with students as they learn and succeed in their degree programs and graduate into a 21st century economy with the skills and the community leadership abilities to succeed in that economy, to build communities, and to build national and provincial well-being. We do things differently. We do things well. But we stand among our sister institutions across the province, across Canada, and globally in respecting and representing the age-old, centuries and millennia-old traditions of intellectual inquiry, intellectual discourse, intellectual discussion, the creation and the dissemination of knowledge through the education of our students and also through research and scholarship. I was walking through the campus of the University of Toronto, where I worked before I came to the University of Ontario Institute of Technology several months ago. And it was interesting. I was moving from one meeting room to another, but as you go back into an old workplace, you meet a lot of people you know, and so what should be a 3-minute stroll turns into a 15-minute set of conversations. And I want to relay one conversation today as an example of how the University of Ontario Institute of Technology is now being seen by its sister institutions across the province. I bumped into Cheryl Regier. She's the incoming provost of the University of Toronto. She, a number of years ago, was Dean of Social Work. She said, "How are things going?" I said, "They're great. Love the place." She said, "Word on the street." Now, the street in academic terms is the pathway between the arts building, the chemistry labs, and the student building. But that being said, it's an important street. Word on the street is you have the best criminology master's program in the province. I had nothing to do with it, but I was really pleased. It's our faculty who built that program. It's not an old program, but it's already developed a reputation. And it's one example of what we're doing across our 7 faculties. How our faculty members are working collegially at building depth, building excellence, and building relevance in our programs, and working with our students in the process, and giving our students learning opportunities inside and outside the university that makes them extremely employable afterwards, even in tough economic times. But I think something else happens at UOIT with our students. We had an award ceremony a couple of weeks ago, recognizing and acknowledging student leaders. We gave out dozens of awards. Our students were involved in 55 different volunteer activities inside and outside campus. That's quite an amazing array of volunteer activities and an amazing sense of commitment. We graduate leaders. We graduate people with the skills and the knowledge and the analytical abilities to succeed, but we also graduate leaders. So I salute you as graduates for what you've accomplished and for what you will accomplish. You're part of us. You will be part of us as your careers and lives progress and develop. And we have with us role models who will join the University of Ontario Institute of Technology family as honorary doctorates, who represent the values of service, commitment, perseverance, and involvement that you capture, that you reflect, and that you represent. And thank you to the parents, family, and friends who have supported you in your journey to date. This is the end of the beginning. There are lots more that you will accomplish as you go through life. Congratulations.
Thank you, President McTiernan. I would now like to present the candidates for the honorary doctorate degrees to be conferred by the University of Ontario Institute of Technology. Elizabeth Dowdeswell. Garry Cubitt. Elizabeth Dowdeswell, would you please take a step forward? Ms. Dowdeswell's eclectic public service career has spanned provincial, federal, and international borders and transcended traditional disciplinary lines. She tackles complex issues of social importance, linking the contributions of science and technology to public policy. Currently, she is the president and CEO of the Council of Canadian Academies. She served as Executive Director of the United Nations Environment Program and Under-Secretary General of the United Nations. Assistant Deputy Minister, Ministry of the Environment, responsible for the National Weather and Atmospheric Agency, founding President and CEO of Canada's Nuclear Waste Management Organization, and led a number of federal public inquiries, including Canada's Unemployment Benefits Program and Canada's water policy. She was appointed a Pierre Elliott Trudeau Foundation mentor and contributes in an advisory capacity to a number of not-for-profit organizations, such as the Higher Education Quality Council of Ontario and Grand Challenges Canada. Her educational accomplishments include a Master of Science degree in Behavioral Sciences from Utah State University in Logan, Utah, and a Bachelor of Science degree in Home Economics and a teaching certificate from the University of Saskatchewan in Saskatoon. Ms. Dowdeswell is an Officer of the Order of Canada and the recipient of numerous awards, including 9 honorary degrees and the Memorial Gold Medal awarded by Charles University in Prague, Czech Republic. Chancellor Beattie, for her inspirational leadership and dedication to environmental advocacy and the considerable impact her efforts have had on public policy, we are proud to confer upon Ms. Elizabeth Dowdeswell the honorary degree of Doctor of Science. Now, Garry Cubitt, would you please take a step forward? Mr. Cubitt is the Chief Administrative Officer, CAO, for the Regional Municipality of Durham and is responsible to Regional Council for all the services provided by the region. For more than 42 years, he has served the public sector, beginning his career as a social worker. Durham Region has experienced significant growth and change during his time as the CAO, and he continues to ensure exceptional municipal services are delivered to the Durham Region residents. A longtime resident of Oshawa, he has given back to the community through his dedicated volunteer work with many organizations across the Durham region. He has been widely recognized by a number of organizations and was awarded the William G. Davis Award for his contributions to Ontario community colleges and a Queen Elizabeth II Diamond Jubilee Medal. Mr. Cubitt has made an outstanding contribution towards the creation and development of UOIT as the founding chair of the Board of Governors. He remains active within both the UOIT and Durham College boards. Chancellor Beattie, for his outstanding leadership, benevolence, and unflagging commitment to ensuring the success of the university and the region of Durham, we are proud to confer upon Mr. Garry Cubitt the honorary degree Doctor of Laws.
On behalf of the Academic Council of the University, I hereby confer these honorary degrees and grant you all the honors, rights, and privileges appertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Ms. Elizabeth Dowdeswell and Mr. Garry Cubitt will now sign the UOIT register. I now call upon Dr. Dowdeswell to address Convocation.
Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, members of the Board of Governor, faculty, guests, and graduates. I'm both honored and humbled to be standing before you today. Thank you. Recognition by one's peers has no equal, and recognition from this institution is very special. This university's vision of applying scientific knowledge and technology to encourage innovation and tackle some stubborn societal problems is to be applauded. And technology, the foundation of this university, has brought us moments of awe and wonder just in the past few weeks. Who could not be mesmerized by Chris Hadfield educating us, entertaining us from space? But from a very personal perspective, for me, technology will remind me of a moment of sheer joy as just a few days ago, my 93-year-old mother, lying on her deathbed, Skyped with her 3-week-old first great-grandchild. She blew kisses to the screen, and both faces actually lit up with a smile. But today is not only my celebration, it's yours, and nothing should diminish your pride and that of your families in accomplishing this milestone. So it's a genuine privilege to share this day with you. Convocations are times for reflection, and one could be quite pessimistic about the state of the world in which you're about to play a more prominent role. This is a time of blurring sovereignty, blinding technological change, integrated economies, and unfortunately, a growing alienation between people and political processes. We have much unfinished business. Sustainable development remains largely theoretical for the majority of the world's people, and the jury is certainly still out on how we're going to avoid a collision between growing ecological pressures, economic expansion, and significant challenges to social cohesion. And in this week, when we celebrate World Environment Day, I can't help but note that technologically, a sustainable planet is not an unreachable goal. Yet on an issue like protecting the integrity of the global climate, we require leadership of a sort that has so far been very scarce. But I remain eternally optimistic because ordinary people, united in common cause, whether it be protecting the environment, eliminating barriers for women, or eradicating poverty, can do extraordinary things. What is imperative is that we're not disinterested, that we're not mere observers of the changes that are taking place around us. I have been so fortunate in my career, and there are so many stories to be told that can't in 10 minutes. So with some trepidation, I want to share just 3 lessons that I've learned from a life that I unashamedly say continues to be a work in progress. And the first is to learn to expect the unexpected. There's really no simple set of instructions on how to proceed in these turbulent times. And perhaps the most useful piece of advice is to learn to live with ambiguity, to be open to all possibilities, and to listen to the unspoken. One of the things about which I have absolutely no regrets has been the variety of work in which I've been engaged. I could never claim to be a specialist. I'm the world's generalist. And serendipity has led me from education to culture and the arts to nuclear waste, climate change, and the oil sands. Most of my working life, I've been asked questions like, what on earth is a home economist doing in charge of Canada's Weather Service? I didn't have it all figured out when it began, but perhaps the answer lies in being curious and being prepared to take risks. The real truth is that the only ending to your story is the one you make up yourself. Transcending limits is a core competency, and I dare to suggest that you'll often feel outside your comfort zone in the years ahead. Someone has so wisely said, the walls that we have to scale are most often the walls within our own minds. My second lesson, aside from learning how to keep a hood on, is to learn to stand on the cracks in between. Now that may take a little explanation, but I was so pleased to learn that this session of Convocation includes graduates both from the sciences and from the social sciences and humanities, and I'll tell you why. One of my favorite stories is of the English philosopher Bertrand Russell, and he used to tell a story about his first visit to China in the 20s. He was greatly taken by the country, and so he asked the president of the country's leading university if he could apply for a faculty job. Well, the president was absolutely delighted and asked him whether he was principally a mathematician or principally a philosopher. Russell thought about it and finally said that he was neither, as he was interested in the dialogue between the two disciplines. Well, the president shook his head and said, "Sorry, you can either be a mathematician or a philosopher, but you can't stand on the cracks in between." The problem, as Russell pointed out, is that standing on the cracks is where all the action is. And certainly my experience has convinced me that most of our problems, and in fact opportunities, are really those at new interfaces, or problems that take place because of a lack of integration in our thinking. For example, the environmental problems we face are not simply scientific or technological. They're political, social, and economic. And the problems cannot be understood within the fragmented methodologies that are characteristic either of our academic disciplines or of neatly separate government agencies. So in retrospect, through much of my career, there's been a common thread of trying to develop a contract between science and society, one that understands the human dimension. And because we're here in Oshawa, at this university, I wanted to give you one example. A few years ago, unexpectedly, I found myself leading a corporation that was charged with finding an approach to managing Canada's high-level nuclear waste. Now, as you can imagine, this is an issue that embodies scientific complexity, inspires fear and insecurity, demands discussion of trade-offs, polarizes citizens, raises questions of intergenerational equity, and is certainly long-term in character. Effectively, we were being asked to develop public policy for a period longer than recorded history. Just a little bit humbling. But we were often asked, why is it necessary to consider ethical and social issues? Surely what we seek is the best possible technical response. No. In its simplest form, the answer is that the public has a right to be engaged in discussion about matters that affect their lives fundamentally. While scientists and specialists can articulate the nature of risk and suggest ways in which that risk might be mitigated, it's really society that will ultimately decide which risks they're prepared to accept. Science may tell us what we can do. It's ethics that points to what we must do. And my third and final lesson of many is to know when you've been blessed. For me, it was an immense privilege to be an international public servant. I encountered some remarkable individuals and leaders, and it certainly shaped my worldview. My experience with the United Nations called into question some of my most basic assumptions about people and organizations. Nothing in small-town Saskatchewan prepared me for the experience of seeing one of my senior staff senselessly murdered, or mothers taking children to school being carjacked. It exposed corruption and disregard for human life that was certainly foreign to me. But all around the world, I've also seen inspiring examples. And again, just one that sticks out in my mind. I attended a conference on reconciliation and community building in Belfast, Northern Ireland. And Bono had been there before me and put up signs all over the city for this conference. And the signs read, "Way ahead, not closed." I brought one of those signs home, and it still has pride of place in my office. Because at that conference, I saw an audience of adults reduced to tears, listening to compelling stories from young people in war-torn areas. A young Catholic man, just days out of having been in prison for 7 years, turning to the young people around him and, totally unprompted, apologizing for the role that he had played in perpetuating violence. A proud young Nigerian woman whose father suffered and died at the hands of his opponents after being democratically elected head of state, turning her energies to building a non-governmental movement of young people seeking democracy. The girl cellist from Sarajevo, the rap artist from the inner city of Chicago, the Burmese youngster who was forced to watch his mother being raped. All of them shared their life experiences. And what was so impressive was not the sadness of such horrific tales, but the maturity and commitment, and at times even joy, as each sought in her own way to make a difference in the world. Way ahead, not closed, for sure. I was also witness to the contributions of Canadians, their service to the international community, their commitment to social justice, their sense of responsibility, generosity, and tolerance. And it made me so proud to be a Canadian. For we Canadians have been blessed. Our wealth of natural resources, our relative stability, and our respect for one another as human beings. That is not common to the rest of the world. So this must not be the generation that squanders those shared values. This must not be the generation that turns inward, away from participation in the world at large. So know when you've been blessed. To you go my very best wishes. May you experience awakening, courage, and hope. May you seek the human dimension in all things. And may you, in the words of Hemingway, really live, not just let life pass you by. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Dowdeswell. I now invite Dr. Sharon Lauricella to come forward to receive her award for teaching excellence. The University of Ontario Institute of Technology Teaching Awards recognize those who have significantly enhanced the quality of learning for students through innovation and commitment. It also celebrates the contributions the recipients have made in fostering new instructional practices and learning activities and engaging in the scholarship of teaching and learning. The recipient of this year's Teaching Award for Tenured and Tenure-Track Faculty is Dr. Sharon Lauricella from the Faculty of Social Science and Humanities. Congratulations, Dr. Lauricella. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's such an honor. Thank you very much.
Tickled.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Such an honor. Thank you.
It's such an important element.
Thank you.
Emeritus is an honorary title given to full professor upon retirement from the university who, through commitment, contribution, and accomplishments, has served the university with great distinction. The title is bestowed upon a professor who has made a substantial contributions to the successful operations of the university, the discipline, or the community as a whole. I now invite Dr. William Smith to come forward. Mr. President, as Chair of Academic Council, I ask you to confer the title of Professor Emeritus upon founding Dean and Professor William Smith of the Faculty of Science.
On behalf of the Academic Council of the University of Ontario Institute of Technology, I hereby confer upon you the title of Professor Emeritus and grant you all the honors, rights, and privileges appertaining thereto.
Sincere congratulations. Thank you for all you've done for the university.
Okay, now the fun part. Not that the rest hasn't been fun. Would the candidates for the following degrees please stand? Doctor of Philosophy. Master of Science. Master of Arts. Bachelor of Science. Bachelor of Science with honors. Bachelor of Science with honors, cooperative education. Bachelor of Science and Management honors. And Bachelor of Arts honors. Mr. Chancellor, as Vice Chair of the Academic Council and on behalf of the Academic Council of the University, I present to you these candidates and certify that they have fulfilled all degree program requirements and have been recommended for graduation by their faculties.
On the recommendation of the Academic Council of the University, I hereby confer upon these candidates the degrees to which they've demonstrated their entitlement and grant them all the honors, rights, and privileges appertaining hereto. I call upon them, upon hearing their names, to present themselves before this convocation to receive the degree. I also confer the degree upon those who have been approved for the degree, but who are absent from this convocation.
Candidates, please be seated.
Candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and Master of Science may now approach the platform. Tim Christian Efthimiou. Thesis title, The Synthesis and In Vitro Evaluation of siRNAs Modified at the Backbone with a Novel Triazole-Based Internucleotide Linkage and A-Basic Alkyl Chain Linkages of Varying Length.
this university will block you from speaking.
Sonia Stadler. Thesis title, Analysis of the Volatile Organic Compounds Produced by the Decomposition of Pig Carcasses and Human Remains. So now the Master of Science, Catherine Ray Ann Bogarski. Wei Gong. Marcus Kaji. Jesse Lyons. Richard Allen Dayton. Kevin Jalbert. Jonathan Lamb. Olga Palaschenko. David Ojo Babalola. Raquel Murray. This concludes the inception of graduates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and Master of Science.
Candidates for degree of Master of Arts may now approach the platform. Down. Isabella Blandisi. Richard Joseph DeCaries. Paul Lankin. Andrew Christopher Lee. Zin Liu. Christine Catherine Lubashka. Kira Sanja Lichman. Michael Perkins. Catherine Ellen Louise Rice. Elena Dawn Saulnier. Jade Carling Thiessen. Nagin Vatendoost. This concludes the inception of graduates for the degree of Master of Arts.
Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Science Honors, Bachelor of Science Honors Cooperative Education, Bachelor of Science and Management Honors may now approach the platform. Daniel Jacob Teraday. Christina Adams. Samar Asan. Farah Aliyah Ali. Rebecca Allen. Monthur Alzamil. Richard Agameri. Theodore Allen Barda. Nicole Erica Basteau. Matthew Akira Baxter. Jordan David Bayless. Ashita Behel. Rajvi Ashish Bhatt. Keith Jermaine Bisnoth. Rebecca Joan Bremner. Bradley Glenn Buttry. Daniel Cartier. Zareen Chaudhry. Roman George Chodan. Graham Paul Clendenning. Amber May Collins. Heather Cornwell. Sean Richard Corrigan. Sean Crowley. Christine Dabrowski. Dorina Versha Leah Dat. Ajanthan Dhanabalan. Alexandra Jessica Dodu. Caitlin Duke. Melissa Keeley Ellesmere Young. Kevin Sammy Gabriel. Jelani Ganesh Araja. Stephanie Diane Gloin. Neil Lawrence Grenade. Winner of the Faculty Medal, Keegan Michael Guidolan. Gordon Carl Hagan. Tiffany Diane Harsel. Batul Hassan. Peter Richard Habor. Chi Yon Shao. Wing Ki Huang. Katie Hughes. Anam Iqbal. Jamil Antoine Jabour. Hillary Kate Jantrisick. Michael Philip Jeffrey. Nadia Natasha Jethu. Brandon Roy Jones. Kaveri Kandasamy. Thunga Hamsa Kandasamy. Gregory Ashford Kelly. Carly Karaluk. Adira Kilji. Michelle Ann Kuipers. Tiffany Lee. Ferris Makarem. Caitlin Millette. Gaurashankar Manimaran. Katie Suzanne Marie McCafferty. Rakesh Kumar Tej Pratap Mishra. Kudratullah Mohammed. Amal Mohammed Hassan. Jacob John Mora. Maliha Naheem. Ariba Nahid. Justin Kirk Narain. Massimo Michele Narini. Hamza Tabir Nasrat. Stephanie Lynn Odell. Taylor Thomas O'Mara. Vedahi Prashant Patel. Lauren Quinto. Anastasia Stephanie Denise Reeve. Shawneen Teresa Richard. Alicia Rose Rossi. Denise Rousel. Luis Fernando Salgado. Courtney Elise Schramm. Justin Schulte. Ushani Selva Nyagam. Bhumika Prakash Shah. Shaylee Shaw. Sheel Sanjay Shah. Carrie Susanna Strangway. Eric Sudar. Sammy El Rahman Syed. Cassandra Taylor. Aaron James Thompson. Brienne Todd. DM Tran. Terrence Trong. Tharni Valley Canthan. Heather Elizabeth Weisbergs. Peter Vlashenko. Derek Walker. Nick Hugh Wisdom. Taylor Leslie Woodcock. April Caroline Wright. Camelia Yazdani. Kyle William Young. Christian Gee. Cassandra Melissa McAllier. Orion Reed. Ryan Paul Watson. Mark Salib Hennon. Sharif Opaku. Sandia Sukdio. Tabitha Anthony Thomas. This concludes the inception of graduates for the Bachelor of Science degrees.
I now call on Dr. Cubitt to address Convocation.
President McTiernan, Chancellor, members of the Board of Governors and faculty, special guests, parents, friends, and especially the graduates. Thank you for this honor and for including me in your celebration day. And what a wonderful day of celebration it is. A day of celebration for the graduates and their families, the university, and our community. As you have heard, I have a long association with this campus, having been on the Board of Governors first at Durham College and then at UOIT from its embryonic stages. I have had the privilege of seeing and participating in a number of convocations. It is both a very humbling prospect and a great honor to have been selected for this recognition and participation in your convocation. Without the unwavering support, understanding, and encouragement of my wife, Vicki, and my family, I would not be before you today, and I thank them from the bottom of my heart. Typically, upon receiving this honor, recipients are often asked to share some words of wisdom to help launch graduates on their path to success. Looking at these graduates today, they certainly do not need to be launched. They are already a successful, inspired, and accomplished group of individuals. I will nonetheless share some thoughts and observations from my personal experiences. More than 4 decades working with people from all walks of life, from homeless people to successful politicians, from welfare clients to university presidents. And my first observation is that the definition of success is as unique as the individual. Success will and does take many different forms in your life. You are celebrating academic success today. You may be seeking or starting on a journey of success at a job or career. You will set goals for success in relationships with family, friends, co-workers, and those with whom you may choose to share your life. And as you continue on your life journey, you will set goals within your community, or even globally, for which you will strive to realize success. For each of you, these will be different, many with similarities, no doubt, but always a little different and individual in nature. So you see, success is not just defined by your work, as important as that may be. It is much broader than that. So my first bit of advice comes straight out of Shakespeare. To thine own self be true. Think about what success means to you, not to your parents, your professors, your friends, or someone on Twitter. What are you passionate about? What do you value? What do you enjoy doing? What gives you a sense of accomplishment? Act on your passions, what you care about, and your enthusiasm, commitment, and accomplishments of excellence will surely follow. It will come as no surprise to you that for me, as a social worker, my passion centered around a strong belief in people and their potential, making my community a better place, helping others to realize their goals and objectives, and making someone's life a little better because we were there. Following this path opened many rewarding doors and opportunities for me, as I believe it will do for you as you follow your interests and passions. One of the values for me was a strong belief in education and what it can open as the potential in each of us. That passion led to many years of rewarding volunteer work with Durham College and UOIT. This, combined with a wonderful good fortune of having a career that allowed me the privilege to work with others and within my community. One could not have asked for anything more. The degree you receive today is not a fence meant to contain your future, but a gateway to the universe of possibilities. Your education will enrich your life, open new opportunities for you, and equip you to share your skills, talents, and abilities with others. This will not only help you reach your success, it will combine to build for all of us a better world. Whatever your dream is, pursue it with passion, but be open for exciting detours that you cannot now anticipate, that will take you down paths with possibilities you will celebrate. In talking with many individuals who were happy and excited about the things they were doing or have done in their lives, they often commented to me that they had not anticipated the various opportunities that presented themselves. They had simply been doing what they cared about to the best of their ability, when new challenges and opportunities became evident to them and they embraced these new directions. This leads to a second observation. Many successful people have found that taking risks, sometimes failing and learning from those failures, is critical to future achievement. Wayne Gretzky noted that you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. As you go forward in your careers and lives, recognize the wisdom of this statement. It challenges all of us to take some risks, get out of our comfort zone, try some new things. Winston Churchill said that success consists of going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. This may seem a bit disturbing coming from a wartime prime minister who was making decisions affecting millions of lives. However, it does speak to the idea that perseverance and a positive attitude are vital to achieving your goals. Think of your misadventures and false starts as training for the future. Through this process of trial and error, I know I learned, and you will, what you are good at or not, and what you care about, deeply enough to keep on trying. I am sure many of you have faced challenges and perhaps even failure, but your perseverance, your focus on your passion and your goal has led to the success we celebrate with you today. These same attributes will carry you to success in the future. Certainly all of you in this room already know something about taking risks. You chose to attend a new university, to be exposed to a risk-taking faculty who chose to bring their world-class skills to a new post-secondary institution, to embrace with enthusiasm a new dream for a new university. Through their risks and yours, we can celebrate success at UOIT beyond our expectations. You have seen firsthand the great things that can be done by individuals who embrace their passion, take the risk, and commit to excellence. Travel as much as you can. It will open your mind to amazing diversity and beauty, the richness found in the people you will meet, and also the suffering in this world. And you will gain a new appreciation for home, a deepened enthusiasm to embrace your place in a global community, and help in developing goals for your contribution to make a positive impact. University has given you some knowledge and useful skills, but just because we can skate doesn't mean we can step onto the ice and play hockey like Sidney Crosby. We have to practice our skills, hone our technique, and find our niche. It takes time and persistence. To help you on this journey, consult people you respect and admire. Don't hesitate to ask people for their advice and help as you search for your next step. I am forever indebted to those folk who acted as guides and mentors to me, encouraging me, offering me opportunities to learn. I can assure you that many of us at the later stages of our careers are anxious to meet you. We want to learn from you. We are here to support you. We celebrate your enthusiasm and commitment, and we are willing to share our experiences and knowledge so you need not repeat our mistakes. Next observation. A career is only one way to achieve success in your life. Jobs may come and go. Work is necessary and can be very fulfilling. If you are lucky, you will find interesting employment with supportive coworkers or enjoy the satisfaction of running your own business. But for many of my proudest moments have nothing to do with work. Instead, they relate to family, personal interests, or community involvements. So seek balance in your lives. Make time for your family. Be a good friend. When you are with them, give them your full attention. When the going gets rough, and we all face rough patches, these are the people who will stand by you and boost your spirits. And the good times are much sweeter when shared with people you care about. I know. My family, 4 generations of us, and some very good friends are here with me today, and I know how much that means to me. My final reflection, and one that is perhaps the most important: become a volunteer. Give back to others and your community. You may not be aware of it, but you have already been a significant impact on my community. Your choice of UOIT as a university meant that you lived and studied in our community of Durham Region. You have contributed to our diversity, and your enthusiasm and energy has enriched our lives. Student leaders, all of you, have enriched this community and each of us by your being here. We celebrate this contribution today. As UOIT has changed our community in so many ways, so too have you contributed to the university and the accomplishments we recognize with such pride. I believe you will continue to contribute wherever you may go, and volunteering is one way that connects you to the community and to worthwhile causes. Nonprofit organizations, sports teams, arts groups, and community services all need help and will benefit from what you are able to share. Pick something that you truly care about and is meaningful to you. You will continue a life of enrichment and celebration while doing so much good for others. I know my life has been enriched through my volunteer work. I have met and become friends with many wonderful people I may otherwise never have known. Many of them are sitting on this platform behind me today. Being here with you and having the honor of celebrating your graduation today is one wonderful benefit my volunteering has given to me. There will be many satisfying moments for you as well, and I can guarantee you will meet interesting people and learn a great deal. Giving back to the community has been one of the most rewarding parts of my journey. As a volunteer member of the boards of Durham College and later UOIT, I worked with a human dynamo named Dr. Garry Cubitt. Talk about dreaming big and having a long-term vision. Over the years, I'm sure many people told him that the idea of a university in Oshawa was a stretch. But here we are, at the 10th convocation of UOIT. The class of 2013 is the living and graduating proof that a leader with vision, supported by a community and enthusiastic colleagues, with determination, can make dreams come true. 10 years ago, the first 50 graduates crossed the stage. Now, you join thousands of alumni from a world-class university. This university has changed the fabric of our community. It has helped to make Durham Region an energy capital. It has generated research and development. It has provided an institution that has enriched our community with your presence. We now have leading world-class scholars and researchers as our neighbors. The growth and success of UOIT has been nothing short of spectacular, and I have been so privileged to be even a small part of it. One more thing to realize. You may be graduating today, but your education will never end. New technologies, information, and science are continuously emerging and more accessible than ever. The class of 2013 will be riding that wave of change and information into the future. You have already shown that you can seize these new tools and knowledge to deliver services, to transform the workplace, and change the world. You will be the masterminds of your time. Try to embrace the uncertainty you may see and just go for it. Today is the beginning of a great new chapter, one that you get to write. You have the wonderful opportunity to shape the world into which my grandchildren, some of whom are here today, will graduate, and in time, take their place to shape the future for their children. A very demanding task, perhaps a little daunting, but you have the skills, you have demonstrated the abilities, you have a degree from a world-class university, and you have been exposed to and taught by the very best. You are up to the challenge. The future is in good hands. So in summary, please use your talents for good. Always remember success is more than where you work. Appreciate all the people you encounter along the way, the ones who point you in the right direction or take the time to show you the ropes, because success is never achieved alone. See and encourage the potential in others. Try to do something that scares you a bit every day. Risk to do something new. It will keep you sharp and interested. Make your life a voyage of wonder and discovery. Commit to being part of your community, giving back, volunteering. The contribution you make is critical, and the rewards are endless. Congratulations. Your success is an inspiration to us all. We are so very proud of each of you. Embrace life with a passion and joy. Share your abilities and skills with others, and your life will be a voyage of wonder and discovery. Our vision for UOIT has been made even greater through each one of you. Your contribution to our world will continue to be celebrated. Thank you for letting me be a part of this day with you.
Thank you, Dr. Cubitt.
Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honors may now approach the platform. Manuel Alejandro Acosta. Mushtari Ahmed. Olubisi Akindele. Obed Emoa. Roman Emoasil. Sorry, Emoasi. Julie Anton Jesudason. Alexandro Apostoli. Anthony Daniel Apadou. Joanne Arbor. Tessa Arneson Sharp. Vera Asare. Mark Hayden Ashley. Jacob Paul Atherton. Amanjot Atwell. Amanda Joyce Obi. Muhammad Azab. Bibi Nafima Bacchus. David Bahunga. Emily Delaney Ballerino. Lindsay Bastarash. Angela Erin Battaglia. That's okay. Lisa Victoria Elaine Bukaj. Mirella Pasha Bertosini. Dylan Norman Bess. Well done, sweetie. Catherine Jean Black. Logan Claire Macy Blondin. Brad Alexander Buds. Terrence Bonsu. Michael Ryan Bowden. Shanakoa Malane Burke. Jonathan Ewan Butler. Samantha Beiser. Kyle Campbell. Michelle Campbell. Matthew Robert Carey. Lauren Olivia Casey. Ingrid Castro. Tamika Charles. Timothy Chatterton. David Jonathan Chavez. Neil Chetty. Well done. Philip Chan. Well done, sweetie. Katie Marie Chesson. David Edward Christian. Jonathan Rodney Samuel Clayton. Benjamin Coates. Rachel Hartina Kobierski. Megan Elizabeth Cochran. Don Cohen. Shanice Cole. Margaret Alexandra Colligan. Danielle Marie Colmanero. Jonathan Como. Evan Cooper Durevsky. Keegan Coward. Jordan Andrew Ross Coman. Michelle Courtney Cox. Just say? Okay. Just say Elisa Craig. Stasi? Stasia Dershkevich. Close? Dylan Robert Cranston. Jeffrey John Crockett. Gus D'Amico. Vince Anthony Da Silva. Corey Louise Davidge. Nathaniel Luis De La Paz. Matthew Charles Dewar. Jacqueline Ann Dix. Kyle Alfred Diplock. Denise Victoria Donnelly. Rapel Doshi. Chantel Drummond Murray. Julia Marie Dunk. Jason Gregory Dwyer. Claudine Dyer. Juliet Veronica Edwards. Vinayak Etheraju. Taylor Fairhead. Syed Tasneem Farouk. Kelsey Ann Fatou. Adrian Fernandez. Andrew Fleming. Joshua Peter DiPasquale. Peta Gay Francis. Freitag, okay. Victoria Ann Freitag. Erica Gagnon Jablonski. Lucas Jacob Giddings. Tess Amanda Gilbertson. Sarah Natasha Golan. Alicia Joanna Gopal. Cody Graham. Carolyn Patricia Gregory. Sundeep Gruel. Michael James Griffith. Nicole Jennifer Grifone. Michael Guanyo. Marjan Hadi. Nolan Hager. Good, how you doing? Good. Dina Halabi. Yay. Thank you. Our faculty medal winner, Melissa Brooke Heaslip. Congratulations, well done. Alex Henderson. Dak Kwong Ho. Hi, well done, congratulations. Justin Hockney. Amelia Hopper. M.L. Hunt. Thank you. Katrina Hutchison. Lisa Jacqueline Iganis. Andrew Inglis. Certificate in memoriam accepted by his mother, Mrs. Deborah Lohman, for Cruz Lohman Isan. Vanessa Chloe Jaquim. Yue Jung. Colin Johnston. Vanessa Marie Johnstone. Tarun Joshi. Tiffin Kanathasan. David Peter Carrot. Funto Kareem. Amanda Monica Kazmierczak. Isra Khan. Heidi Lee Isabel Kift. Sarah Angela King. Good job. Is it Tejas Shintaman Couture. Ryan Burke Knight. Peter Anthony Kuzos. Warren Max Krez. Kevin Michael Kwan. Maria Lagios. Carmen Lamb. Munyi Lam. Well done. Cody Mitchell Thomas Lamb. Clayton Michael Lee. Matthew Lee. Matthew Charles Lehman. Jeffrey Yutong Long. Brittany Melissa Lines. Okay. Stephanie Madeline Lisba.
Scream my name, please.
Scream it?
Yes.
Shane Lyons. Stephanie McCaskill. Brooklyn Elizabeth Dawn McDonald. Congrats. Kylie J. McDonald. Courtney McKenzie. Usman Malik. Oh, so this? Yeah. Okay. Mamone or Mamone? Okay. Rosie Mamone. Chelsea Catherine Menderick. Melissa Leanne Marchment. Hector Luis Mariscal. Marilou Matheson. Thank you. Megan Tracy Starr Middleton. Sarah Amanda Matthews. Paige McCardle. Kevin McCarthy. Emma Christine McConkney. Well done, Sierra. Sierra Rose McKenzie. Clinton Wayne McClellan. Summer McMahon. Ian McMurtry. Andrew Mestranero. Suzanne Elizabeth Miller. Ryan Mills. Christian James Menorgan. Matthew Evan Serge Mitchell. Sabrina Ruth Ann Molinari. Jacqueline Christine Molyneux. Sahid Alam Morel. Andrew John Moore. Bradley David Morphew. Well done. Vanessa Lee Murray. Muhammad Usman Naeem. Well done, Marilyn. Good. Congratulations. Caitlin Emily Nat. Rashmi Nath. Alexander. Wesley Alexander Neal. Stephen Nelson. Dakota Joanne Newell. Kayla Ann Nicholson. John Anthony Nigro. Jonathan Josiah Nurse. Anthony Delson O'Hara. Victoria Orlandi. Adriana Lucia Pacheco. Stephanie Paluendrum. Ahalon Paranatham. I got it wrong. Paranthaman. Michelle Lee Paravani. Cody Patterson. Andrew Payton. Kyle Pierce. Natasha June Nicole Pearson. Alvaro Peche. Jessica Mariange Pellegrin. Zelico Leandre Prasad. Kevin Oscar Peterson. Jamie Lee Petty. Brandon Harry Pittman. Alexis Potter. Amita Premraj. Melody Candace Quintal. Osman Ghani Qureshi. Mohanad Rabah. Krista Nicole Helen Rabjan. Joella Ramkasoon. Okay. Angelica Giselle Rao. Alexander Razamore. Nicholas Allen Redcoat. William Derek Redmond. Cody Robert Reed. Laura Remigio. Carly Elizabeth Reynolds. Kyle Christopher Reynolds. Eric John Ritchie. Antonio Rizzi. Miranda Kathleen Roach. Thomas Robinson. Roliefson? Oh, Roliefson. Theodore John Roliefson. Good, good. Ryan Allen Ruffey. Alana Marie Rombero. Shantae Siobhan Russell. Harveen Sandhu. Beshta Sadat. Lisa Jasmine Sahamis. Aaron Alexander Sheffier. Scheffler. Michael Schneider. Reagan Senthama-Selvin. Rebecca Rosemary Sargent. Michael Gregory Scrow. Sherry?
Cher Strong.
Oh, Cher, okay. Daniel Lee Cher Strom. Jason Shepard. Jenna Mary Ann Shepard. David William Sherman. Hold your hat. Eva Alexandra Sina. Iris Kimberly Sinalong. Jordan Sitt. Cameron Earl Smart. Laura Snape. Laura Michelle Speciale. Ariana Ambrosia Spencer. Megan Rachel Spiteri. Appalash Suri. Michael Stock. Ekaterina Strelet. Melanie Audrey Stride. Avinash Sudama. Itkahar Saeed. Syed, sorry. Bailey Taylor. Lindsay Michelle Taylor. Rebecca Elizabeth Taylor. Barra Thayer-Perrin. Amandeep Thiara. Hey, well done, my friend. Ryan Joseph Thompson. That's fine. Teresia Darlene Tross. Yep. Brandon Alexandre Venode. Brittany Teresa Varty. LaRonda Vizot. Masi Wale. Jonathan Alexander Wallace. Brittany Lynn Watson. Courtney Everton Jamal Watson. It's not scary. This is a good thing. Jared Corey Weeks. Brendan Cameron Wettering. Bradley Michael Williams. Natasha Lynn Woodman. Jordan Reed Woolacott. Howard Woolley. Adam James Wright. Ian Wright. Devin Wiley. Megan Lee Weiss. Ashley Ann Yawarski. Rocky Lou Zhao Lee. Well done. Isaac Yeomans. Yuan. Astrid Marie Zickman. Okay, thank you. Yep. Jonas Angus Zeratis. This concludes the inception of graduates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts with honors. Woo! Mr. Chancellor, this concludes the inception of graduates for this convocation. Woo!
Congratulations, graduates. You are the newest members of the University of Ontario Institute of Technology alumni community. I now invite Matthew Fawcett, Faculty of Social Science and Humanities graduate from the class of 2007, and currently the chair of the Alumni Association Council, to address Convocation.
I'm so proud of UOIT since it started 10 years ago as a student, but more importantly, very proud of all you graduating today. Congratulations, class of 2013. You are UOIT's newest alumni. My name is Matthew Fawcett, and I'm happy here today to bring a warm welcome for the university's Alumni Association. I'm honored and excited to welcome the 10th graduating class as we celebrate UOIT's 10th anniversary. This is the first time a member of the Alumni Association is addressing the graduating students, quite an honor for us. We established the university's Alumni Association 9 months ago, another UOIT milestone. As a member of the Alumni Association Council, we know we are working to ensure that alumni's interests are considered in all aspects of UOIT plans. You see, once you're part of UOIT, a part of a fantastic network of friends and colleagues, it becomes a community you want to stay in touch with long after you graduate. Those of you are just a few years ahead of you wanted to create a community that would do just that, keep you part of UOIT. This is important because as the university grows, so does our alumni community. We are excited to have more than 1,400 new members joining us this spring, bringing our total to more than 8,200. Almost the population of Port Perry, Ontario. And in a few short years, imagine how big our community will be. As we grow and develop new programs, we encourage you to be an active alumnus to take advantage of the benefits we can offer. Benefits that include discounted rates for a number of businesses, organizations, and entertainment, including the Campus Recreation and Wellness Center, a lifetime UOIT library membership, and exclusive access to a number of other UOIT alumni services. Make sure you keep your contact information updated in the alumni website so that we can keep you posted. Immediately following this convocation ceremony, I would like to invite you and your guests to attend a reception for your faculty across the street at 61 Charles Street. If you use the east entrances, you just have to cross the street and you're there. The alumni, faculty, and staff would like to congratulate you and celebrate with you this important milestone. Please join us now at the receptions. The best is yet to come. Believe it. Thank you.
May this university continue to grow and flourish for all those who seek knowledge and ways to make our world better. May its members continue to address the great questions of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. May our words and actions always reflect those values we share as a community: integrity and respect, honesty and accountability, and intellectual rigor. May our graduates go forward with inquisitive minds, creative resolve, and warm hearts to truly make a difference in our world. Please remain in your seats until the faculty and graduate processions have exited convocation. And with no further ado, Mr. Chancellor. This convocation of the University of Ontario Institute of Technology is now concluded. Congratulations.
Thank you.